Hey guys, welcome to Jenny's Crafts. I'm here today with a couple quick things. This is my second time doing this video. I went way over time last time, so I might have to break it up into two different videos, but I just wanted to show a couple techniques that I've been working with over the last couple days, playing around with. One are these cute, easy little paper roses just made with a paper punch. Another one is using glue dots and adding either fun flock or micro beads or glitter. And the second thing I want to the third thing I want to talk about was these new stamps I had just bought that I absolutely love. But let's get started. To make these roses, what you need is a paper punch. You can make it either in this size, and it'll make this size rose, or you could even make it in a larger punch. But today I am going to use my real little punch and make these real tiny little roses. So we'll start off with this one. What you're going to do ahead of time, I've already done 4 petals, but you need 5 punches to do the rose. So I'm gonna punch out the 5th one. And what you want to do is, I have this petal roller from Imagine-S, but I'm sure that, you can do it without the petal roller. You can just take your fingernail and press the corner and make a crease with your fingernail. And you're just trying to get a little crease there. I don't know if you can, if it picks it up in the video or not. There. Oh, I'm not very good at this, showing it in the video, but basically what I do is I take this tool, because with the little flowers I have a little hard time getting in there, and I just slide it in there, and what I do is I just fold the edges up, creating a little crease there, if you can see that. Okay, so you're going to do that to all 5 petals. And it's a 5-petal punch that I'm using. Okay. After you've got all 5 petals done, and you have all 5 flowers done, you are just going to take your glue gun and put a little glue in the center, and then slightly run it up a little bit on each petal. Okay, and then what you're going to do is take 2, one on each side, and bring them to the center, and then bring your other 3 petals up. And if you get little pieces of glue, just pull them off. Okay, and then that forms your inner rosebud. And you can pinch it down along the bottom just to make sure that glue got pressed in there really, really well. So there's your little rosebud. And then you're going to take your next flower, and you're going to do the exact same thing. Just run the glue up. And stick your bud in the middle, and then bring your petals up towards the bud. And pinch at the bottom, press in the glue really well, and then you're going to go to your next petal and do the same thing. Stick your bud in there. You can also alternate, if you want it to be multicolored, just alternate colors, or just take your distress ink and distress the tips of each of the flowers to give a different look. And just keep going. Okay, and there's your fifth flower pressed up. And that is your rosebud. It is so simple, so easy, and very quick. So there's your flower. If the camera is picking that up. How tiny, this one is a super, super tiny rose. Okay, now for the leaves, you're going to take your exact same punch again. You're going to punch out a green. This is a great way to use up your scraps as well. Okay, now I'm going to take my scissors, and what I'm going to do is I am going to slightly just trim the edges. A little tip off, and then it's going to come to a point if that's picking that up. Okay, you're going to do that on all 5 petals, just a teeny bit off the edge to make your little tip. Okay, and then you're going to take your petal roller again, or even your fingertips, and you're going to crease each one of those petals just to give it some dimension and make it look a little bit more realistic. Okay, now we have all 5 petals done. Take it by the tip again, put just a little glue dot in the center. We're not going to go up the edges on this one, and we're just going to stick our rose in there. And that is it. The rose is done. That was very quick. So if you want a little shimmer, I like shimmer on mine. I've added shimmer to I think all of them but this rose. You're just going to take your glimmer mist. Now this is a homemade glimmer mist that I've made myself. I picked up this bottle at Michael's for $1. I filled it 3/4 of the way full with just some alcohol. And then what I did is I took some Pearl X. I took about maybe 3 scoops on the end of this little popsicle stick. Put it in there. Add a few drops of the tacky glue. And then I took some of my son's BBs. He's got a BB gun, so I took some of his BBs. I put about 3 BBs in here, and then you just shake it up. I don't like a lot of color. I mean, you could add, you know, any color you want to this as well, but I don't. I like it the color of whatever mist or Pearl X I've used, just to give it a little bit of shine. That's what I like. It's just that simple, simple shine. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your rose and just spray it with your glimmer mist. Now the great thing with the alcohol is it does dry very fast, and it'll give you a nice little shimmer. I don't know if it can pick it up on that rose or not, but you can see it on here. Maybe you can see the glimmer on this larger rose. Sorry about that. One of my kids came up, so I just add some nice glimmer. Okay. The next thing I'd like to show is something I've been having fun with is glue dots. Here's a couple petals. I just took my Tim Holtz Distress ink. This one's antique linen, and I just went across the white Prima flower to give it some distress look. This one here, I just took my walnut ink, sprayed it on, gave it a nice little antique look. So here's my glue dots, and this is all I do, is I just cut down my glue dot so I can kind of see where I'm placing it. I'm going to place it right here on this flower. You gotta be careful that you get it placed exactly where you want it, because once you press down, that's it. It will rip your flower, and the glue dot will be all distorted, and you definitely want it in that round shape. Okay, so now I peeled off the paper, and I'm gonna take this birthday plate. I had some plates that I picked up at Walmart left over from little girl's birthday party. So they make great plates for your glitter or your different project because it has the raised edge. So they work really good. What I'm going to do is take these little micro beads. I've had these for a really long time and I never really knew what to do with them. And I was sitting there last night playing around and I thought, wouldn't it be neat to add like a little beaded raised dimension in the center of one of my flowers for a mini book I was making. So all you do is take the beads, sprinkle them on, and press in. It's so quick. I love quick little projects because I don't have a lot of time to actually be in my craft room with 5 kids. Your time is kind of limited as to how much time you get to actually craft. So I think that adds a really neat dimension if the camera can pick it up. Super quick, super simple. So I like that. Let me pour this back in the bottle, and then I'll show you a glitter technique the same way. Okay, here we go. Alright, you know what? I'll do this one with some Martha Stewart Aquamarine Crystal Glitter. Okay, where's my glue dots? Here we go. Take another glue dot. Okay, press that in. And carefully lift it off. Lift off the paper. I got that one a little off center, but that's okay. You'll get the idea of what I'm doing. Once again, just sprinkle the glitter on. And the nice thing about this is with the glue, you don't have to wait for it to dry. This is instant. Now you've got a glued center. I think that is so cool. I love glue dots now. If I didn't like them before, I really like them now. They make adding glitter and other things so simple, quick, and easy. Okay, we're going to put the glitter back in there. Okay, and the next thing, I'll do some fun flock with a glue dot. Here's another flower, some Martha Stewart Fun Flock. Or flock, this is Flocking Powder brand. Not, I mean Martha Stewart Flocking Powder. My other brand is called Fun Flock. Comes in little tubes. Okay, place this on. There we go. I'm just going to sprinkle on some Fun Flock. I love flock. It's one of my favorite things to use. Okay, press it in there real good. Shake off the excess, just like you do with the glitter. And there you go. A nice velvety little center to your flower. I think that is so cute. So, and even if you want to add like a little bling in the middle, like a little gem too, that would add some extra dimension. That would be really cool. So